Hey everyone, it's been a while, huh? So I'm back with a new video this week, and I thought I would talk about something that kind of came up over the past week and some things I've been putting some real thought into, and it's about customer retention. Okay, something we all know a little bit about, right? What is customer retention though? Customer retention, there's so many ways you can measure it, right? You can measure it like, does a customer come back once every 3 months, every 6 months? Is it their third visit, in this calendar year? I don't know. But really to me, customer retention is anyone who becomes your regular customer, okay? Now they may leave for whatever reason, maybe they move, they pass away, whatever, maybe they go somewhere else, but just who is your regular customer? That is a retained customer, and that's what we're looking for, okay? So for many reasons, customer retention is probably one of the most important aspects of our business. I mean, so much so, in my opinion, that we need to focus on this and think about this with every single customer, think about retaining them for the future, okay? I mean, the cost alone to acquire a new customer based on studies should be reason enough, but there is so much more, okay? A couple of figures to start here, and then we're gonna talk more in theory, all right? The average repair expenditure from a single person is $75 a month per car. Do you want that person one time, or do you want that person ongoing and ongoing, okay? The cost of acquiring a new customer versus retaining a customer is anywhere from 5 times to 25 times the case of the cost, depending on which study you might look at, okay? And something else, and this isn't necessarily something that needs to come at this part of the talk, but this is where I have the figure. Increasing customer retention rates by 5% can increase profits anywhere from 25% to 95%. Think about that. If you have a 5% customer retention increase, because of fixed costs, maybe even variable costs, you can increase your profit hugely, okay? So a retained customer is one that is much more likely to spend more money in the long run, right? When acquiring new customers based on a discounted price or a promotion, we're gonna lose some of them the next time around when it comes to sell them a service, because we don't have maybe that deep discount that got them in the door first time, and they may go somewhere else, okay? Unless we figure out how to retain them regardless of price, right? Okay, so what are some ways that we can retain customers? Well, we need to stay in touch with them, and we need to encourage interaction from them. How do we do that? Well, luckily, we already have a marketing department that reaches out to our customers via email regularly about promos, specials, whatnot, okay? And how about you? When is the last time you actually picked up the phone and called them personally to just say thank you, okay? Reach out to your customers. That's one way we can retain them. Getting personal, and to me, this is huge, okay? So, we have to avoid being robotic about how we talk with our customers, and because we don't want to just go through the motions, right? Just because we think we have to go through a certain motion, otherwise we're going to get in trouble, isn't always the right call, okay? I mean, we've got plenty of things that we need to do, and I'm not saying we change up our process of how we do things, but every once in a while, we have just got to get real with our customers, okay? Treat them professionally, but make it feel like they're a friend or a family member, okay? I mean, think about it. If your friend or your family member were in your shop, wouldn't they just give you the benefit of the doubt that you're already doing everything that you can to take care of them? That's the vibe we're looking for, okay? All right, so we need to be, another thing is we gotta be problem solvers, okay? We are in the problem solving business. People come to us when something is wrong, okay? So we have to be consciously thinking about this, and make sure that when we're answering the phone, checking people in, and all throughout the whole process, while they're there and getting things done, we have to consciously think about the fact that we're there to help solve the problems that they have, And if we can solve their problems, we get the sale, right? Okay. All right, we also have to take responsibility, right? What does this mean? Well, when we make a mistake, we have to own up to it. Honesty, and I'm quoting someone else, honesty demonstrates authenticity, doesn't it? Okay? When we're honest about what we did, they see that we're a human being and we're authentic about who we are, and we believe that that's something that's important to us, and people will notice that. When we make up a story or we tell them some other thing about whatever, they can probably read that as well, okay? We're not perfect, and neither are our team members, okay? Things happen, and customers know that, They know that things happen, and sometimes these problems that we have, they can turn into the unexpected opportunity to truly win someone over when they see how well you handle things for them, to take care of them, that family member, that friend of yours, when something happens, okay? Under promise and attempt, and I say attempt, to over deliver, because things happen, right? Problems arise in our business, and when we over promise, we are setting ourselves up for potential failure. So be careful of that. Communication is extremely key in this area. We want to give people realistic expectations, okay? But always let them know that we'll communicate with them if things change, and then follow through with that. Make sure we are communicating with them. Don't just, let it go by the wayside and not communicate. We've got to keep them up to date with what's going on. When it's longer than expected, a problem happens, they need to know, okay? So, what could happen if we increase retention? Well, one thing I said earlier, a 5% increase in retention could increase profits dramatically, right? Well, definitely an increase in retention should increase our traffic, unless we're not getting new customers on top of it. It absolutely should increase sales, which should help our employees earn better paychecks as well as yourselves. We'll have, most likely, if they're coming back because they like us anyway, we're gonna have more happy customers. It'll be a more fun work environment for all of us, and it'll give everybody a great sense of pride, in what they're doing, in the shop area, when they see the same people over and over again wanting to come see them, okay? So who has to be involved? Everyone, right? Okay? Your customers are perceptive. They know when the whole team is on board with something, and the converse is also true, okay? So, my challenge is to have a team meeting, take some of these ideas as far as retaining customers, introduce the concept of customer retention, as crazy as it sounds, that more retained customers equals more money for everyone, and then really let's just make sure our customers are happy. Make sure your customers are happy, okay? All right, well, that's it for this week. Hope you really get a lot out of this, and let's just go see what happens. Thank you very much.